If you've ever wondered why your visualizations don't work, this message will show you the 3 hidden reasons your manifestation fails and how to fix them through the power of imagination. Inspired by Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy, this journey will help you reprogram your subconscious mind, awaken faith, and finally manifest the life that's been waiting for you. Why your visualizations don't work? It's a quiet question whispered in the dark. After the candle burns out, after the music fades, after another day of trying to imagine a better life and watching nothing change, you sit there, eyes closed, doing everything the books and teachers have said. You picture the house, the car, the love, the peace. You feel it for a moment, and then, like smoke, it disappears. The mind wanders, doubt returns, and the dream stays where it has always been, somewhere out there, untouchable. But what if it's not the universe that's ignoring you? What if it's you who hasn't yet learned the sacred language of creation? Because visualization is not a technique. It is not an exercise in positive thinking. It is a sacrament of the imagination, a meeting between the seen and the unseen. And to perform it correctly, you must know who and what you really are. So tonight, we begin again. Not to learn how to visualize more, but how to see truly. Close your eyes for a moment. Listen to your own breath, soft, rhythmic, ancient. That rhythm is the pulse of creation itself. The same silence that shaped galaxies beats quietly within you now. It is not that your visualizations don't work. It's that they are answering a question you did not know you were asking. Let us find out what that question is. The first reason your visualizations don't work is simple. You're trying too hard. The modern world has turned imagination into labor. We speak of manifesting as if it were an act of effort, as though the soul were a machine to be commanded into productivity. But the imagination is not a worker, it is an artist, and art does not respond to strain. When you sit to visualize and your heart whispers, "Please let this happen," the universe hears not the image but the emotion beneath it. It hears lack, separation, hope without faith, and it mirrors that vibration faithfully, producing more waiting, more hoping, more distance between the dream and its fulfillment. The first correction is not to visualize harder, it is to surrender deeper. Visualization is not forcing the universe to obey you, it is remembering that it already does. As Neville Goddard said, you must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. To assume means to rest in it, not to reach, not to grasp, but to be. When you assume, you don't visualize as a beggar seeking charity. You visualize as a creator recalling what has already been designed in spirit. So, the question is not, how do I make it happen? The question is, can I allow myself to feel that it already has? That's the subtle shift between wanting and knowing, between imagination as fantasy and imagination as faith. Pause here. Take a deep breath. Picture a scene you desire, something simple. A letter in your hand, a loved one smiling, a door opening. Now ask yourself, do you feel longing or completion? That difference is everything. When you visualize as one who longs, you create distance. When you visualize as one who remembers, you close the gap. The universe doesn't need convincing, it needs coherence. Visualization is coherence in motion. The moment your feeling matches your assumption. Have you ever visualized something for weeks, and it still didn't happen? What do you think blocked it most? Doubt, impatience, or disbelief? Tell me below. I'd love to read your story. The second reason your visualizations fail is the untrained subconscious. Most people live between two masters, the conscious mind that declares, "I can change," and the subconscious that replies, "I don't believe you." And between those two voices, creation stands still. Joseph Murphy said, "Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees." But here's what he left unsaid. It accepts only what is impressed with feeling. Words alone do not move it. Emotion does. When you visualize wealth while feeling fear, you are not planting a seed of abundance. You are watering the roots of lack. When you visualize love while feeling loneliness, you're teaching your subconscious to reproduce isolation. The subconscious listens not to language, but to the song beneath it, the vibration of what you truly believe. This is why faith is not blind. It is emotional alignment. You can't trick the subconscious. You can't fool it with affirmations spoken through clenched teeth. You must feel your words into being. That is the hidden art of visualization, to merge image and emotion until they become one. Imagine this. A painter doesn't just see color, he feels it. Every brushstroke is guided by the emotion behind the image. So too must you become a painter of reality, letting emotion be your brush and imagination your canvas. But you ask, how do I do this? How do I change what I feel? The answer is, through repetition in stillness. The mind must be lulled into silence before it can be impressed with new truth. That's why Neville taught to visualize in the state akin to sleep, that soft border between waking and dreaming. It is there, in that twilight, that the subconscious becomes porous, ready to receive new instruction. So each night, before you sleep, replay one scene. Not many, just one. See it, feel it, breathe it, then let it carry you into slumber. Your subconscious will take that seed and plant it in the soil of creation. In time, it will bloom as circumstance. By now, you understand. Visualization is not broken, it is misunderstood. But let us make this practical. Here are the 3 invisible mistakes that block most visualizations. 1. You visualize too soon after doubt. You finish reading something inspiring and rush to visualize, but your body is still vibrating with frustration. You cannot plant new seeds in a storm. Calm first. Meditate, breathe, walk. Then, from peace, create. Peace is the soil. Faith is the sun. 2. You visualize without sensory detail. The universe is literal. You can't just say, I want freedom. What does freedom feel like? Is it the morning light on your skin? The sound of your laughter echoing down a quiet street? See it, hear it, smell it. The more vivid the image, the deeper the imprint. 3. You visualize, but don't live, as if this is the most fatal mistake, treating visualization as separate from life. You imagine abundance, then complain about bills. You visualize love, then speak loneliness into the air. You visualize peace, then rush into worry. Faith is not an event, it's a posture. When you rise from meditation, you must carry the feeling into motion. Walk as one who has already received. That continuity of consciousness is what births new worlds. You may not see results immediately, but like a seed beneath the earth, the invisible is already growing. Remember, the oak tree does not question the acorn. It simply unfolds what it already is. So too, your dream is not something you chase. It is something you allow to unfold through sustained feeling. Now that we know why your visualizations don't work, let's learn how to fix them. Visualization is not seeing with the eyes, it's perceiving with the soul. To visualize correctly, you must first enter reverent stillness. Sit quietly. Feel your breath slow down. Let the outer world dissolve into silence. And in that sacred stillness, imagine one simple scene that implies your wish fulfilled. If you desire health, see yourself walking freely under sunlight, feeling energy flow through your body. If you desire abundance, imagine a moment of gratitude, not of gain, but of peace. If you desire love, see not a person, but a state. The joy of being seen, understood, cherished. Do not visualize how. Do not visualize when. Visualize as if. Then, most importantly, feel it real. The emotion is the key that turns imagination into reality. Say softly within yourself, "This is real now. This is who I am." Let gratitude fill your chest until your heart feels lighter. That feeling, that sacred peace, is the point of contact with creation. Hold it for a few moments. Then, let it go. Let go not in despair, but in trust. The universe has heard. The seed has been planted. Now, walk in faith. Faith is not blind optimism. It is the quiet knowing that the invisible has already moved. You will feel it in subtle ways. A coincidence, a new idea, a sudden inspiration. Each is a whisper from the unseen saying, "It is done." Let's look deeper, beyond the technique, beyond the steps. Visualization works not because you convince reality, but because you are reality. Everything you perceive is consciousness clothed in form. To change your world, you don't fight with matter, you rearrange your awareness. Neville said, "Change your conception of yourself, and you will automatically change the world in which you live." Your life is the mirror of your self-concept, and the mirror does not change until you do. So when you visualize, you're not creating something new, you're remembering what's already written in the infinite field of potential. You are not attracting, you are selecting. Every possibility exists. Visualization is the act of choosing the one that aligns with your highest truth. That's why feeling is everything. It's your signature in the quantum field, your declaration of which version of reality you belong to. You don't chase, you tune. You don't beg, you become. The wise never ask, when will it come? They ask, can I live as though it's already here? That is the secret and the silence of the masters. So yes, your visualizations work. They always have. They just obey the deepest frequency within you. Not your words, but your belief. When you shift belief, you shift the world. You came here seeking to fix your visualizations. What you discovered is that they were never broken. They were simply reflecting your own divided heart. Now you know how to heal that division, not by pushing harder, but by feeling deeper. Not by controlling, but by surrendering. Not by wishing, but by remembering. Visualization is prayer without words, a conversation between you and the infinite in the language of certainty. The universe does not test your worthiness, it responds to your knowing. So tonight, as you close your eyes, remember this truth. You are not waiting for your dream. Your dream is waiting for you, to see it, to feel it, to believe it. And when you finally do, you'll realize it was never somewhere else. It was always here, quietly waiting behind your disbelief, patiently mirroring your awakening. Imagination is the voice of God within the soul. To imagine is to create. Neville Goddard. If this message awakens something within you, join the 21-day challenge to create your dream life. Link below. And if you feel called to continue this journey, become a channel member to receive new cinematic narrations early.